have a seat, and I'll tell you about my first guest, Eric. Now, he doesn't have a drop of royal blood flowing through his veins, but that's not stopping him from acting like royalty. He claims that Prince William and Duchess Kate Middleton are like his extended family. He even plans on building a huge estate similar to Buckingham Palace. And he claims to hold royal court on a daily basis. Now, by the sound of this, you may think I'm dealing with the royal family today, but that's not the case. This wannabe went as far as changing his name from Eric to King Keith Franklin VII. He actually changed his name, all to pursue his dream of becoming a famous singer. So, King Keith, come on out. What do you say, man? How are you?
Great. How are you?
Well, I'm doing all right. So, how was your walkout with the royal music?
Oh, that felt like I'm at home. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. So, explain your name. Why King Keith Franklin VII?
Well, I chose the king obviously for royal purposes.
Right.
I'm a child of God, so I walk upright. I walk upright into that royalty thing because that's who we are. So I chose, royalty. And mainly, I chose Keith because Keith was a masculine name. It was simple, but it also was loving. I loved it, and it sounded good with the king in front of it. So, that King Keith, King Keith, King Keith. I felt like that was definitely, it gave me that type of courage that I needed to go forth, and
now,
I'm
King
going
Keith
further and
even
further.
made up an industry family tree in his head.
I did. In order for King Keith to be realistic, I had to create an industry family for
realistic.
him. I
Okay,
definitely had to.
So this makes it realistic. So your Lady Gaga.
Oh, there she is. That's my mother.
Lady Gaga's your entertainment
That's my mother, yeah.
The late rapper Tupac is your father,
Yep,
industry
that's him.
father.
I can rap a little bit.
Yeah, Paris Hilton.
It's my sister. I love Paris. She's following me on Twitter.
The late singer Aaliyah.
Aaliyah, definitely.
Rapper Nicki Minaj.
I love Nicki Minaj. She taught me everything I know.
Oh, really? How much time have you spent with her?
I spent a lot of time with her, definitely in front of, she's on the screen, of course, but I'm spending a lot of time with Nicki.
So you've never met her?
No, I've never met her.
You spent a lot of time watching.
I spent a lot of time studying her and her
and then
craft.
rapper Drake.
Of course, Drizzy. I love Drizzy.
Yeah, so he's your, okay. All right, King Keith's real mother, Rita, says her so-called royal son better have a royal backup plan. Take a look.
I am obsessed with being famous. I love it.
My son is 20 years old, and he's still at home, and I'm still footing the bill. He really, in his mind, believes that I am famous. I need security. I need someone to go get me a latte. He really lives this fantasy.
See, I wouldn't have known that if I wasn't studying.
Eric has an addiction to reality shows.
Reality TV is the new classroom. I've learned from Paris Hilton. I studied the Kardashians. If you don't believe that you need to study stars in order to be a star, you shouldn't be a star.
I don't want my son to be an uneducated black man. When I bring that to his attention, he tells me I am educated. I graduated high school.
If I was approached with a record contract, they would not ask me, do I have a bachelor's degree in entertainment? They're gonna ask me, can I sing? And there isn't a book that can teach me that.
That's fine, but in the society we live in, you need to be educated in something. He needs to go to school.
Broken heart, crazy.
Okay, now, is he just delusional, or what's going on here, Mom?
He's delusional in my mind, but in his mind, he's so serious.
He's just serious.
He's serious.
Okay, so your goal is to be famous.
My goal is to have a career.
Right.
And with the career, I know that with fame, I will be able to, achieve those career goals that I have in mind.
Keep in mind, he's already famous. He just needs the career.
So you're already famous.
Fame is a journey. It's
and you're
not
on
necessarily a level. I'm definitely on it.
You're on it.
I'm on it. Look, hi, DrPhil.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
You're here because of your mother.
I'm here because of my mother, and yeah, I definitely am.
You're here because of your mother. You're here because your mother is saying, look, this kid is on self-destruct. He doesn't get it. He's sitting around thinking that he's going to be famous.
I don't necessarily feel like I'm on self-destruct. I have to follow my intuition. Oprah told me while she was doing her life class and I was taking notes in my Oprah journal. She said, you have to follow your intuition, and you have to be who you want to be, otherwise you'll never be as great as you can.
Okay, well, she might have left a syllable out, or maybe you didn't write it down, because you got to be who you want to be, but you got to be able to afford your plan.
Of course.
You can't be living paycheck to paycheck. It may take 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years. How are you going to keep yourself sustained for that period of time?
He's looking to me for that, and I'm tired of it.
So he lives with you.
Yes.
So King Keith Franklin VII, internationally famous celebrity, is living with his mama?
Yes.
A lot of celebrities.
Do you have a job?
Yeah, I do have a job.
What do you do?
I work. I don't really want to, say, exactly what I do, but
Well, just give me a general idea.
He has a real job, but it's not bringing in any real money.
Is it fast food or the mall?
It's
no,
retail.
It's in the mall. It's
in the
retail.
mall.
Okay.
I'm working with accessories. Learning.
And he's bringing home accessory money.
Did you tell the producers that you didn't want to say on TV the menial job you have because you didn't want to tarnish your image?
That is part of the reason, though.
Lots of celebrities have had some pretty strange jobs before hitting it big. Rod Stewart was a gravedigger. Whoopi Goldberg did mortuary makeup on corpses. Brad Pitt danced around in a chicken suit. Christopher Walken was a circus lion tamer, okay? I mean, everybody has these jobs. But you don't want to tarnish your image by saying you work. All right, look. Next,
Not
we're going to
saying
meet
that
someone who says King Keith's dream to become the next Lady Gaga is unrealistic and unlikely. I mean, you could win the lottery with better odds than hitting what you're swinging for.
Oh, that's not.
Oh,
that's
but it
not.
is. We'll be right back.
Thug life, to me, is definitely all about the hustle. I do have an alter ego who's a thug. His name is Roderick. I think that what really makes me unique is the fact that 1 second I'm a thug, and the next second I'm this royalty who just wants to look good.
So what happened when self-professed thug Roderick?
Yeah, that's one of my alter egos, one of the people living in my head.
I've never met Roderick. I've never even heard of Roderick until
You've
now.
heard Roderick.
Well, you should start charging him rent, too. All right. Attorney Lisa Bloom has graced our stage many times with her legal expertise. She is also an author and here to talk about her second book, Swagger, 10 Urgent Rules for Raising Boys in an Era of Failing Schools, Mass Joblessness, and Thug Culture. Lisa says that young men seeking fame and fortune have practically become an epidemic. So I asked Lisa to go sit down with Eric/King Keith and have a frank discussion. Take a look at this.
So King Keith, when you were growing up, what were your aspirations? What did you want to be?
Mainly, I just wanted to be great. I wanted to be definitely involved in music.
So how are you educating yourself about the music industry?
By watching others, definitely.
So how do you do that exactly?
I watch them on TV.
Do you think reality shows are designed to educate people or to entertain them?
I think they were designed to entertain, but who knew they were so educational?
What does the word swagger mean to you?
Style, how you carry yourself, what you bring to the table.
You say that King Keith has some swagger?
Of course King Keith has swagger.
Are you proud of where you are today?
I am. I definitely am.
Why is that?
Because I've worked hard and I've worked for it. I'm here. I'm sitting in this couch in front of you. And let me tell you what that means to me. What that means is I sit in front of the TV all day. So I see everyone else getting to live their dream. I see everyone else getting to show America who they are. And you don't get an opportunity like that easily. You have to work for it. You have to show people that you're there. And I've obviously done that.
What does your mom think about all this?
Well, my mom would rather me go to college.
Is there any part of you that's a little bit afraid of going to college?
It was. But I'm not scared of education. I'm scared of regretting time being wasted.
So King Keith, thank you so much for talking with me and being very honest with me. I'm going to let DrPhil know what we talked about. Thank you.
Thank you. When Lisa was young and my mom was young, I'm sure their parents didn't understand their ways either. And I appreciate every advice that comes my way. And I take some things And then there's some things that I just can't, because King Keith is still King Keith.
Well, attorney and author Lisa Bloom has joined us. Welcome, Lisa, to the show, please. Lisa has written Swagger, and let me tell you, I have read this, and you did a great job on this book. She says that King Keith has dangerous levels of swagger. These are her words, not mine. Why do you say that?
You know, we live in a culture now that teaches our boys to do exactly what King Keith is doing, to swagger, to strut, to preen, to have this fake level of arrogance. Keith, I think you have a lot going for you. You got great energy, you got some charisma, you got some self-confidence, but you don't have it all. And your mom is supporting you right now. You have a mother who's willing to send you to college. And that's a terrific opportunity for you. You know, you have a lot to learn. You can't do it all on your own. And watching TV, boy, that's not the same thing as getting an education.
You know, I never said that I had it all. And in fact, I am honestly learning every day, and I am growing. And I feel like all because I chose not to go to college right now.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's stop that right now. That's a complete load of crap. Now, you say you watch me and you take notes. Well, take this note.
Okay.
You don't have to go to college. It may not be for you. I get that. It may not be for you. But if you're going to be in this world, you pull your own weight.
I believe
you
that.
pull your own weight. There's a time when sometimes adult kids live with their parents. And in this economy, sometimes that's the sad reality. It makes sense to have to do that. But you pull your own weight. You help pay rent. You help pay utilities. You help pay groceries. You do chores around the house.
And I do that.
You contribute. You pitch in.
I
you
do.
No, you don't.
I don't
no,
contribute.
you don't.
I don't contribute money. But you know what? Let's go ahead and talk to my mom right now about everything I do at home.
Okay.
I do a lot.
Okay, here's what we're going to do. Since this is my show and you don't have yours yet, we're going to run my agenda and we're going to talk about what I want to talk about. We're not going to have you say, well, let's just ask my mother this. I'll decide what to ask your mother, and I've already asked her everything you would think to ask. You're not pulling your own weight. If you want to be famous in your head or in the world, that's fine. But there is no time better than now to have the integrity to step up, man up, and carry your own weight and help your mother.
Do that.
You don't sit around watching Paris Hilton or Kim Kardashian or DrPhil on television and tell yourself that's a life education. Get a job. Get a job where you can contribute. Am I wrong about that, Lisa?
Yeah, full
come
time.
on.
So, I mean, the first problem, the reason why I call the book Swagger is because the first problem is the attitude. We need a major attitude adjustment here.
What do you want him to do?
I would like him to further his education.
Okay.
He's a smart kid.
He is smart. Why are you allowing this to happen?
Because I love him.
And I get that you love him. But your job is to prepare him for the next level of life. That's your parenting job. Right. And I'll tell you, Robin and I have a young son that is a musician. It's his passion, it's his life, it's all he cares about. When he got to high school, he said, I want to be a musician. So tell you what, make you a deal. You go to college and do what you need to do to get that degree, and we will certainly be behind you. This is our son, Jordan. We'll be behind you and support you every step of the way with your music. You do this, we'll do that. He did, we did. Now it's behind him and he's off and running. He's been on tour. He's getting ready to go on tour again in a couple of weeks. And now with a degree, he doesn't have anything. He'll have it the rest of his life.
As you saw in the video, his excuse is, I don't want to waste time. So I'm here today to ask your help in helping me as to where do I go now? What do I do? If he doesn't want to go to school, what do I do?
We'll be right back. College is not for everybody. I mean, it really isn't. But pulling your own weight is. And Lisa, you talk about this in Swagger.
Yeah.
Give some of the numbers to King Keith.
First of all, time is your enemy. The longer you wait to go to college, the less likely it is that you'll graduate. If you go part-time, it's extremely unlikely that you'll graduate. College today is the golden ticket to the middle class. It may not be for everyone, but here are the facts. College grads earn almost double what high school grads earn. That's year after year after year. There are very few jobs left for high school grads. You could be working in the accessory department, part-time for the rest of your life
What's
if
the
you don't have that
unemployment
degree.
rate for boys with no college?
For boys without college, it's about 15%. With college, only 4% unemployment. If you have a college degree, you're not only likely to get a job, you're likely to hold on to that job, which is so important right now as we're facing tough economic times. A college degree will help you for the rest of your life. And I also want to say that a lot of young men, Dr. Phil, don't like to admit that they're a little bit afraid of college. That maybe they don't like book learning. They're not comfortable sitting in a classroom. You know, maybe the financial aid forms are difficult, as Eric told me, right? But there's help for all of that. If you lose the swagger attitude and you reach out and ask for help from a college counselor, from your mom, from an adult, that help is available.
But see, here's the thing. This book, Swagger, is not a manual on how to swagger. This is a...
I don't think I need a manual about that.
No, this is a book about the fallacies of swagger. But you have exactly 180 degree, that's opposite, attitude of what she has. You think you've got to fake it till you make it, and that's the only way to do it. You've got to be a pretender.
I did not say that I believe that's the only way to do it. I just believe that that is also a way to do it.
This is your license plate?
I'm King Keith. It's not pretend.
Don't you need to have this on your car?
I don't have a car right now.
You don't have a car, but you got the
If I
license
had a
plate.
car, I would be living beyond my means. For everybody who's shaking their heads up.
So
in
you
here.
got a vanity plate for when you get a car.
I'm King Keith, though. And at the end of the day, whether I'm working in retail, whether I'm on stage performing with Lady Gaga, I'm gonna always be King Keith.
Well, we're going to take a break. We're not done with King Keith. In fact, I have something else I want to do with you at the end of the show. It is going to be a signature moment in your life. Okay?
Okay.
But next, we're going to meet a mother who says her son is on the road to failure, and a son who doesn't even believe he needs to be on the show today. He doesn't even know why he's here. Well, I'm going to fill in the blanks for him when we come back. We'll be right back. Young men today seem more interested in popularity, fame, and fortune much more than they are an education or a paying career. The statistics are staggering. 1 in 5 graduate high school illiterate. Did you hear what I said? 1 in 5 graduate high school and cannot read. Now, that's not the case with my next guest, Patrick. His mom says he's too smart for his own good. Too bad he's not doing anything with it but playing video games. Take a look.
I am very frustrated with my son, Patrick. Patrick needs to get a job, graduate from college, take care of himself.
My mother is quite adamant that I am utterly lazy. I don't agree with her.
Patrick currently lives with me. He does not pay any rent. When it comes to doing chores or things around the house to help me out, he's oblivious to it.
She pesters me into doing something. If I'm doing dishes or doing yard work, she would stand out there, watch me complete the entire task, and then tell me to redo said task in a different manner. My mother needs to micromanage just about anything she can get her hands on.
Patrick spends most of his days playing video games, sleeping, sitting in front of the TV, playing more video games.
My mother is making video games a scapegoat.
If Patrick put as much effort into gain employment as he does his video games, he would be fully employed right now.
I am attempting to become gainfully employed, but given my monetary situation, I've had some difficulty procuring gas to go out and do this.
To get Patrick a job, I have filled out applications, picked out clothes for him, drove him to the place, and told him I would walk in there with him. And I thought, how embarrassing is that your mom's gonna come with you?
It's very awkward for me, but as she'll be the first to state, she's gotten about 9/10 of my jobs.
Friction is astronomical in our house. The arguments between myself and my son have gotten pretty intense. He's hit the door frame, stomped out in anger, and slammed doors.
It is kind of like pouring gasoline on a fire.
I'm fed up. He needs a huge reality check. He's missing the big picture.
Well, Cheryl and Patrick are joining me now, along with Lisa Bloom. She is a legal analyst and an expert and helped us many times in that regard, but she is also an author. And this is her second book, and it's called Swagger. And this is a book that has to do with the state of young men in America today, the challenges they face, and what their parents need to know and embrace. And one of the things you have in here are the 10 urgent rules for getting major productivity. So you're leaving with a copy of this. Lisa, this is a really bright young man here.
Yes.
And you're proud of what he's achieved in his life along the way. He's done a good job. He's wanted to be an engineer. What happened in your view? And then we'll talk to Patrick.
He was on the road to success, and it was like he imploded one day. I'm not quite sure really what happened. It's just he was, one of the top SAT scores in his class. He was a football player. He was in ROTC. He was involved in various clubs and was out there and, like I said, on the road to success. Got into a very elite military college, was there for 2 years, and then this implosion. And now I don't think he believes that he can be a success.
Yeah. What happened?
Well, my second year in the college I was attending, I had I ran into a really big depression. It was just a combination of things in my private life and just the hardships of going through college situation. And I just really, I nearly, it's almost like if I was a sailing ship with steamship, I just ran out of energy, ran out of coal. I didn't have any motivation to get up. I didn't want to go to class.
Are you fighting depression now?
I really think I overcame it, but it like she said, it was like an implosion. I couldn't even function on a proper level anymore for a while.
Mm-hmm. Why is this epidemic, Lisa? I mean, you've studied this. You did a lot of research for this book. What did you find?
One of the chapters I have is called Eliminate the Competition. And Patrick, I read that you told the producers you play video games 2 to 4 hours a day, sometimes from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. Of course, 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. is 8 hours.
Oh, yeah, no.
Video games, when you're playing at that level, hours and hours every day, it slows down the brain. They're a heck of a lot of fun, and they're really addictive for boys and young men, but they're just clearly, in Patrick's case, not serving him.
I've played video games since, old school Mario, since I was like 3 years old. When I was very little, I've been playing video games, and they've never affected me in an adverse way before. I'm kind of an insomniac, and even when I'm not playing a video game, I don't sleep very much. I require very little
but the point
sleep.
is, those video games, a computer, it's a time black hole.
Almost certainly.
You can sit down in front of a computer, any of us can, and next thing you know, my God, it's Thursday.
Yeah.
Why do you think she wrote me?
I think that she really would like me to get back to the level I was before, to be a greater success, to fulfill my potential.
Is she wrong for that?
No, I don't think she's in the wrong for wanting me to become a better person. There's nothing wrong with a parent wanting their child to achieve, greatness, But it's kind of like she's trying to push me there, you know what I mean?
Are you working?
Right now it's kind of spotty, like I'm doing some repair.
That's not an essay question.
Yes. No.
All right, where are you working?
I'm working security at a club, and I do some repair work and some
How many
technical
hours
support.
you working a week?
Not very much. I'd say no more than 12.
Well, one big source of contention between Cheryl and her son Patrick is college. Yeah, is he or isn't he attending? Take a look.
Patrick's track record for college, I truly would love to say it was fantastic, but unfortunately, Patrick has not been so well. The first college he went to was a military school, and he flunked out. Went to college again. He was passing the class, but ended up flunking the class because of absences, and now we're on the third go-around.
My mom harps on me to get a higher education on a daily basis. I highly value education, but I disagree with a lot of the menial coursework that is associated with your typical degree. If you can do whatever it is that you're particularly skilled at, you shouldn't need a piece of paper to validate that.
I work with kids with special needs, kids who shouldn't graduate high school, and they're going off to college, and they have lower IQs than my son. And here, he can't do it, but they're succeeding.
Now, look, are you in school or not?
Right now, yes, sir.
Okay. And what are you taking?
Associate's degree to transfer to a four-year college for engineering.
And what's your plan long term?
Long term, I would like to get into one of the bigger name colleges that's associated with the technical school I'm going to, and either continue on in electrical engineering or some form of computer sciences.
So how do we get you from where you are to where you need to be?
If I had the answer to know exactly how to get to where I want to go, I wouldn't be here.
You're here because your mother wrote in, and you said, help me make my mother understand she is crazy, like most women,
Wow.
and needs to get off my back. That's a quote.
Wow.
All right, Lisa says there are 10 rules that parents need to know to raise their boys, and some of them fit here, some of them don't. Number one, you talked about you lose the swagger kid. We've talked about that. Number two, talk about setting these college expectations early and often. Is it wrong for a parent to want their kids to get the education?
It's so important for parents like Cheryl and all of us to set those expectations, to let children know from a very young age, you're going to college. It's doable, I'm going to help you, and it's critical for your future.
But Patrick has done that and has done exceedingly well academically. You do well in academics. You don't have any problem learning.
No, sir.
There's no way you're intimidated by academia. You can handle that just fine.
No, sir.
Well, I got another rule from the book that I think applies to Patrick, and that's respecting girls and women. Now, that's critically important for men now because most of the bosses in many job categories are now female. You know, the one person who's here for you in your life, who's supporting you, who's trying to help you and motivate you is your mother, and you have the gall to call her crazy and to say that all women are crazy? I mean, do you see how disrespectful that is?
Almost certainly. Like I said, that was basically just a reflex twitch reaction. In fact, part of the problems I was having at that said military college was that I was an advocate for the female cadets who were there.
Here's the thing that I want to say to you, and I would say this to one of my own sons if they were in this situation. If you don't have a job, your job is to get a job. And if you would work 50 hours a week on a job, then you should work 50 hours a week looking for a job. You call everybody you know, everybody you went to high school with, every parent you know, every teacher you know, every neighbor you know, everybody at church. Ask everybody you know for a job. Put your application in everywhere that will accept one. You get up in the morning, you go look for your jobs. You go to college 3 days a week, then you look for jobs the rest of the time. Do what you have to do here. Support him as long as he's moving forward. And if not, you got to say, look, I'm not going to do this.
And that's what I told him is you need to be going to school. If you're not going to school, then you need to get out. It's a big world.
But don't make this adversarial. You know, you and your mom shouldn't be clashing like this. She's advocating for you.
Well, certainly.
And you shouldn't be resisting her just because she's telling you what you don't want to hear. Nobody's wanting to put you down. We're wanting to lift you up. Quit fighting and work together on this. All right. I have a famous person who is here that's going to meet King Keith. We're going to meet that special someone next. We'll be right back. Well, I told King Keith earlier, if you haven't been watching this show, King Keith is here. His name was Eric, but he changed it to King Keith. He wants to be famous, wants to have a career, wants to be a singer. And I said, you know, I'm going to create a signature moment for him before it was over. Well, my next guest has worked with and produced superstars like the late Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson, Celine Dion, Cher, Donna Summer, Andrea Bocelli, Chaka Khan, Barbra Streisand, Michael Bublé, and the list goes on. He has 46 Grammy Award nominations, 16 wins, 3 Oscar nominations, a Golden Globe, and 2 Emmy Awards. Please welcome producer, songwriter, arranger, artist, chairman of Universal's Verve Decca Music Group, and my very good personal friend, David Foster.
Wow. That was some intro.
Hey, welcome, man. Have a seat.
Thank you.
You've been in this industry for decades. It is not easy, is it?
It's not, you know, and I was thinking backstage, what could I offer KK down there? And for some advice that would be poignant and meaningful. And, you know, I have a couple of mantras. One that I've lived by is that good is the enemy of great. And for somebody like myself or you, it's easy to be good every day of our lives. To be great is really, really hard. And I try to be great every day. I fail a lot, but there's those moments when I hit greatness, you know, like when I do The Bodyguard or when I did The Bodyguard. Or, you know, the different moments in my life. And, you know, I think that King sort of has it a little backwards because he's looking at the end game, which is the stardom, which is the fun part. But that's the end game, and there's all this stuff in between that has to happen. You need to work. You need to work. If I were you in your position, as I did when I was your age or earlier, I got a job in a recording studio. I got a full-time job sweeping the floor. I got a job. I just wanted to be next to the music. As if I couldn't be on the music and in the music, I wanted to be next to it or as close as I could get to it. What do you think is the #1 key to success in the music business?
Writing your own music.
Well, that's completely wrong. I mean, you know, there's some, Britney Spears never wrote any of her own music. That's a completely wrong answer. The right answer is networking. You have to network. You have to get with somebody that owns a studio, somebody that plays piano. Do you play piano?
A little bit.
Learn to play piano. You know, I think you're a really good young man. I think that you're driven, but I think you do have things backwards. I think that you need to be working in a full-time job around music, get an intern job somewhere at a label. Do you know, let me ask you a question, like, do you know what a good recording deal would consist of? Do you know how many points you would get in a good recording deal?
I don't. I have been researching record deals and trying
How?
to read up on them, just online.
You can't just be an island stuck in your room. Nobody's gonna come and find you, and you're not gonna get a record deal based on what you just did there. You're just not. And I heard that whole song, Runaway, and the song's actually not that good. You sang the best part of it. But that doesn't mean you couldn't be a good songwriter.
Right.
Or even a great songwriter.
So what are the chances of him becoming a commercial artist, doing what he's doing right now, at the level he's performing, say in the next 2 to 5 years, if he keeps doing exactly what he's doing?
If he keeps doing exactly what he's doing, 0.
Zero.
0. Well,
So he's spinning his wheels.
0.5%.
I mean, somebody would have to break into his room.
Right.
Somebody would have
get
to
out of
hear
my
something.
room. I do get out of my room.
You do.
Somebody would
I
have
do.
to hear something on the internet, just find it, hear it, and say, wow.
Yeah. And I
Wow.
saw your stuff on the internet, and it's not wow. It's not a wow factor. There's no wow factor. Now, keep in mind, I'm the guy that told Celine Dion not to sing the Titanic song that would ruin her career. You know, when you make a mistake, you got to go wrong big. I told Richard Marx that he'd be a great record producer and a great songwriter, but to forget singing. He sold 60 million records.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I have been very wrong. So you can use this as ammunition, but you need to get the full picture. Trying to be a star is just ridiculous. It's just the wrong way to go about it. It's about the music. And you need to co-write with people, and you need to up your game, you need to learn piano, you need to stop standing in front of that mirror, because that you got, oh, sorry.
All right, we got an edit button.
No, I mean, you have that
I
part
hear you.
down, and
Yeah.
you're quite charismatic. And you sing, you sound like you're a student of R. Kelly, are you? I mean, do you like R. Kelly?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, because I heard that other song that you sang, it was more of a ballad in the key of C, A minor, F, G thing. It was kind of ripped from R. Kelly a little bit, but it was good. Dude, you got to get working.
I hear you.
You got to immerse yourself. Forget the star thing. The star thing will come. Every time I ever did anything for money or for fame, it never worked out. Ever. Ever. Drop the star thing. Don't even make it part of your vocabulary anymore. Please?
Okay.
And
I
stop
hear you.
watching reality TV.
I'm gonna take your advice.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.